Yeah, buddy, the dance music, we dancing now. Party time. We get down, and we're basing orcs. We're on the leather. We're talking about, a video I watched a second ago about mapping all of the signaling nodes and connecting fascia in the brain. In the brain. I think that it's pretty interesting myself. Some people, they're like, fuck science, waste money, but see, there's ways to explain things that is interesting to, like in this video, even a 5-year-old, where it blew his mind. And this is a video that's interesting on a different level, even than just science, as it were. It's ways to approach ideas. You learn things like this in more than just science, martial arts, way to approach ideas, styles, problems, so forth. But beyond approaching and explaining problems and ideas and plans, the ramifications of mapping the human brain, even though I don't know, like that's a lot of. His arm popped off. Screw it, right? I don't know if that's something I'll ever see in my lifetime. That is in it'll be done and all fully finished with crunching all the data, because that's a lot of data to crunch. But to think about doing it is pretty impressive in my mind in terms of the computing power we have gained. Because my generation likes to recall back to the 90s, and I will recall back to the 90s here. Hey, you guys remember the internet from the 90s? Yeah, it sucked ass, didn't it? And you remember computers? Yeah, they were not even like registering all the connections in the brain. Go talk to somebody that had a 90s computer about that. See what they say. I know it's 2017, but just, you know, the measure I have for technology, because car phones blew my mind. So registering all of the nodes and fascia in our brain that is used to signal is pretty. Oh man, it's excellent. We could use it for many things, psychology, or if you want to term it simply, why the fuck is people so goddamn strange all the time? The study on a pooter. We're gonna map out why the fuck people's crazy on a computer. Why does somebody be driven to smoke all the meth in the world? I don't know. Let's check their brain out. And it gets into even deeper subjects than that, like artificial intelligence. Like, say you take a brain and you register it into a computer. What do you, does it replicate the human if you register its thoughts in such a manner, the human's brain and signaling methods? Some people would say yes, some people would say no. Some people would say yes because our brains function off I guess it's a binary system, like they're electrical pulses, I think, and chemical dumps through electrical impulses on some certain levels. I ain't no brain scientist. I just read things from time to time when I get my grubby little mitts on them. I go, reading time. I don't understand the half of it, but the more I read, the more I understand. Uh, the connecting fascia and forgot what I was talking about because I'm pretty baked. Oh yeah, maybe it'll replicate a human. I don't know. Some people say yes, some people say no. I could say that when I read sci-fi books, it's a complex thing to get an android. Oh hey, it's scraping the sewer. But also, I've heard that when a computer can do the calculations of a human brain, it'll be rather human-like. So if we map and simulate the activity of a human brain, will a computer be like a human? That's a great question. Myself, that's a tough call. Some days I think no, because it's a replica of something. It might be a really good, highly technological version of a replica, but a replica is still a replica. We'll term it in the terms of martial arts. There's people that invent a martial art, like the Ilya Gracie invented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and there's people who've learned under masters and that have like learned, not so much invented techniques, but they have invented their own manners and methods and execution of things. And this is to ease their process. And they show it to other people, but are other people as good at copying this process? Some of them are, some of them aren't. It's not exactly the best example, I guess, but the point is that the copy isn't like the original. You may make a copy that to certain aspects may be indistinguishable, but I don't think it is always going to be the same. Not in my lifetime. That's what I can say about that. I don't think we have the technology for that stuff, because they talk about it in the YouTube link that is below. That crunching the data that we would retrieve would be a problem, and I don't have so much as a objection to any craziness like this. It sounds interesting to me to get it the way people think, but I think that humans we need more understanding of the way we interact and act. A lot of people could use more, including myself, could use a little bit more self-awareness, as it were. And I think this would be a great tool in, like I said earlier, aiding the field of not only artificial intelligence and replication of life via artificial intelligence, but also psychology and just plain old human interaction, man. Because that, you want to talk about some weird business, that's some weird business. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this stoned ramble. Check out the video. It's interesting, at least, and some people, terrifying. To me, hey, I don't know, man. It would be cool to see like an android. I think the robots on the internet are pretty neat, but I'm never sure if that's a robot or just like a dude who's getting paid like $1.75 an hour just bullshit with people, and they got like a lot of them. I don't know, man. I have no verification for that really, so skeptical. But it would be neat. Anyways, have a nice day.